one more time. Back here for the second half of the Scratch Division title match from Wildfire and Henderson. A chance at history here as 12-year-old Cortez Shank looks to become our youngest Scratch Division champion ever. This is his third attempt at doing so. And his best opportunity to do so is here. That double
puts him up.
Puts him up by a lot.
God, I hate these score things. Look at this. Look at this, everybody. These are impossible. How do you know what's going on when it's showing you 3 frames? And that's the 6th, everybody. I don't understand.
It's a little. The 6 is lit up in green, but you can't really backtrack and see like what they can max for. It's a nice try. They're very pretty.
I have to do like super math this weekend.
Oh man, Kyle earlier in this match left a solid 7, now a solid 9. He's going at a 191 pace right now, and Tez back in the 2 teens, so it's roughly a 20-pin lead for Tez. We'll clarify further as the match goes on. Kyle kind of quietly having a really solid season so far.
Very solid season.
There's so much depth on tour, you see,
on my tail.
Kyle and Cameron make show after show. There's an awful lot of other really strong names out there. Kyle won Scratch at Vista earlier this season for his 4th career JBT title. He won the main event handicap way back in 2006. So he's been doing this a while. He's more than capable of snapping off a few wins this year.
And he bowls Powerball a lot.
Yeah, and he's Mr. Powerball. No one has played Powerball more than Kyle Karlovich. Dethroning William Ensminger for that title, I'm pretty sure.
Really solid shot.
His balance has improved a lot since last season, and I think that's one of the keys to his success this year. Speaking of this, here's a nearly flawless physical game out of a 12-year-old. If you want to have some fun, punch up the Roswell show from last year and see just how far he's come in only 1 year.
Oh, yeah.
It looked like the ball was 30 pounds coming off his hands.
I'm going to have to watch that this week.
Just about every single thing right physically.
That's absolutely incredible for 12 years old.
Been learning to make quicker adjustments. He's getting a little savvier mentally too, all those steps. The wins are going to come in bunches sooner or later. It's just a matter of who gets to witness number 1. In Scratch, by the way, he's already the defending handicap all-conference bowler there with a couple titles in handicap. So he does that little shoulder twitch. Dead hard and straight at the spares. That's something almost no 12-year-olds do.
Not at all.
He's pretty good. He's also having massive thumb problems. If you didn't watch the first 2 parts of the video, Riley's down here switching out those it grips from one thumb to the other thumb. It's pretty much a meat hook, not a thumb anymore. See, hasn't missed a JBT yet, I think, if that's right, at JBT weekend. He is, I think Steve and I were talking about that, Steve, his dad. He might have been to more JBTs this season than I have, which is hard to do, but... Oh, as he leans the 10 over. If there's an overlapping event, and he did the triple header and I did the double header event, that puts him 1 up. So we'll have to do some tabulations on that later. So that's a couple hundred games already. Different bowling alleys, and it's a factor. Different weather, different environment. You're bowling at sea level in Seattle last week.
In a lot of snow.
In a blizzard. Now you're here in bone dry Vegas in a dust dry windstorm yesterday. I mean, that takes a toll on you. Big shot here for Kyle. He's right in this match if he can catch a double.
10-pin match with...
Likes it. Yeah, you bet.
10-pin match, 2 to go.
His balance is better and his mental game's better. He doesn't back down anymore. There was matches years ago where if his opponent started to get hot, he would just kind of go away a little bit. That does not happen anymore to Kyle. He's worked hard and developed himself into a top player here. Maybe the most tilt for someone's A game on our whole tour. We always talk about Nick Lee and the fastest strike ball. His A game is to, gosh, put near 90 degrees of tilt on the ball. He loves to cover boards, get a huge amount of side roll, so the ball's going to change direction a lot in the last 30 feet. That allows him to get deep inside when he does have to chase the lane left, which he's doing right now. And that lets the ball feed left to right and then snap back right to left. Another crucial shot here. It's great. Yeah, you bet. Wow. Great stuff from Kyle here. He doesn't want to be the asterisk to Tez's historic performance here.
I don't think I could ever beat a 12-year-old. I would feel bad.
Karpovich can max out for 231. Tez can max out for 241. Anybody's game, but Tez can wrap it up if he can strike 3 more times.
Oh, it's got to push.
Oh, and it did push. Wow. There was not that much push room all day long, and even less room to peel it out to the right. And we got a potential delay here as 13 temporarily blacked out.
It's happened all weekend a lot.
Yeah, 13's been a bugaboo today. Is somebody on that, please? So again, Riley's back here switching out the grips from one ball to the other. Nice to see our veterans mentoring our younger guys. Ted's a really likable kid anyway, so
helps that he's throwing track too.
It's about everybody mentors this guy along. Ask Tez if you ever see him in person and imitate some of his favorite bowlers, from pros on down to fellow JBTers. It's uncanny.
Very good at it.
2 strikes here locks it up. Anything less, Karpovich can still win the title. Up quickly. Wow. Did you hear me burst in there with up quickly? As soon as that blackout came back on, he was up there firing it. Finally showed a little bit of 12-year-oldness, I think. Got a little bit of adrenalized there. Piped it just a bit. Could have gotten a way better break than that.
Now for any chance, we gotta spare this.
Let's see what he does first.
Come on, Tez!
Oh, yeah! 12 years old, chance at your first scratch title, and you got to spare a 4-5 to put the hurt on your opponent, and he does it. Just adding
just gave me the stink
to the adding to the legend. Kyle's bold enough for these to be pretty relaxed up here to our right. He says he just got the stink eye from Tez off that. This fill ball could be important too.
That's pretty good.
Piped it again, and hey, could be a potential problem on the fill ball. He finishes out at 216. Kyle strike 9 spares for 171, 220. So it's strike to win, right?
Yeah, I think so. So it's 40, 70.
71, 200, 220. 220.
Nine
spare strike is 220.
Has to have the first one.
And that count ball could really come into play there against Tez, which is ironically the same thing that happened to Riley at Best in the West, and Riley's the one helping him out right here. This is the shot for the title. No, not to be. Stood up on that ball a little bit, and 12-year-old Cortez Schenk makes history on tour again. You can bowl on this tour if you're almost 23 years old, which is almost double Tez's age, and he just beat them all. How about that? That's Pop. That's Dad. He could barely watch the game out of there. Kyle Karpovich bowled extremely well all game. He represented himself well. Sometimes it's just meant to be, and it was right there. Wowee. Toss me the mic too, please. Toss me the mic too, please. We'll keep it on camera here for this presentation. All right, bowlers and parents, you got the awards for the top 2 finishers in each division. Your runner-up in the handicap division, he's a one-time winner. Make him feel better too, Joe Gerenser. Derek, you have been usurped. Hey, your scratch division runner-up represented himself really well there in that title match too. Give him a big hand, Kyle Karpovich. Your handicap winner climbs the ladder all the way to win her first singles title and second career JBT title overall, Alexis Atkin. Oh. She got kisses from her other boyfriend Harley too, so it all worked out. And your scratch division champion makes history as our youngest scratch winner ever at 12 years old. Thanks for sticking around and cheering them on. Be sure to check out moleJBT.com for all the final results and everything else going on the tour. Tell a friend or 20 about what we do. We're having an awful lot of fun out here. Drive safe. We will see you in Tucson next weekend. Palm Springs in 2 weeks. Albuquerque in 3 weeks, and back here in Southern Nevada at Pahrump in 4 weeks. See you then.